Make I bust laugh.
Who be this guy? Who be this guy?
2-1 to Aston Villa after a very positive first half, then a very disastrous second half. How you see the match?
I would say, number one, we missed a whole lot of chances, in the first half. Sesko could have done better. Sesko could have done better. It's really bad in his first touch. His first touch is very, very bad. Very, very bad. He could have done better in the first half. And then Euro. God. Euro was so bad to the extent that even Evan had a better game than Euro had. Evan had a better game than Euro. Evan was perfect today, actually. Evan was perfect today. Euro, you were with a defender. Okay, fine. You are in a box, but at least give him a quiet, give him a tight space. Don't you can't free a striker that good, or let me say a midfielder that good. You can't just let him be like that. You saw the first goal. The first goal was your mistake. The second goal was your mistake. It was you and him, the first goal, the second goal. Why would you let him be? Okay, let's say after the first goal, he had that goal was, in fact, that goal was magnificent. The second goal, you know, that is a player of that kind of ability, very clinical, and you were like, why are you doing like this? Why? You could have just done something, put him more pressure, and as we saw, we dominated the first half. We really dominated the first half. Created a lot of chances. There were a lot of, our midfield was better than I thought with Ugarte. At midfield, he was bad, but then he had his moments. He had his moments in the first half. Made some interceptions. Gave Bruno created chances. There were a lot of interceptions in that first half. A lot of interceptions that lead to attacks. A lot of interceptions. So Ugarte was not as bad as I thought, but at least he was still bad. Not just as bad as I thought. But immediately Bruno left that pitch, it was disaster. Immediately Bruno left that pitch.
But Martinez didn't do a bad job.
The thing is, right now, I would prefer Martinez over Ugarte in that GM position. I would prefer Martinez over Ugarte because right now the thing is, as I can say, all Man U fans have been wanting to see Martinez in this midfield position. Let's see, but we never knew it would be a situation whereby we would have to lose Bruno to bring in Martinez. Let's say we had Martinez as a DM, then free Bruno in the front. It would have been God. It would have been sweet. But we had all defensive midfielders, then few attacks. You can't expect Koa did a nice job today. He did a great job, but there was no bridge between the midfield, between the defense and the attack. Okay. There was zero bridge. Everybody was defending. Ugarte is a defensive midfielder. Martinez is a defender. He's just playing a midfielder, but he's obviously a defender. You can't expect him to progress. The only thing he did a nice job when he came in. He was okay, but then there was no bridge between the defense and the attack. It was just there. All we had to do in that second half was just to like defend that draw that we had, and Euro fucked it up. I expected more because I felt he has more experience than Evan. Evan did better. Thank God for Shaw. Thank God for that Shaw's form this season. Shaw has been very, very okay this season. Very, very good this season. But Euro, I don't understand. I actually see why Amorim has been dropping him in some games. There has been reactions of Amorim dropping Euro, using Euro over Evan. But now we can see why he's dropping Euro over Evan. It's very obvious. The first goal, the second goal, it was him and Rogers, and he left Rogers like that. So why would you do that? He left Rogers like that. So I don't know. This match was the first half. We in fact we could have done better in the first half.
Did you expect by watching the first half? Did you expect to come out of this match with a win?
The thing is, seeing Aston Villa with the unbeaten run of 9 games of unbeaten run. The thing is, we play better with big teams. We play better with teams in form. We have our problems with small teams. Imagine dropping points against Everton with a red card, dropping points against Wolves, then gaining points against teams like Liverpool, Chelsea. You see things like that. So I had a kind of not really scared. I had a kind of optimism with the match that okay, we could come out with at least a draw with Aston Villa, and we saw that in the first half. The first half was very good. We just didn't created, like, we didn't convert our chances. Sesko was, I don't know what to do with Sesko. I honestly, at this point, I think we should bring back HOJLUND. At least he's on a loan now. What is Sesko doing? What is Sesko doing right now? Yes, now what is Sesko doing right now? His first shot is so bad. We've been complaining about HOJLUND. Now, what is Sesko doing right now?
Too sweat for that guy that season.
We sweat for him, but now, what is his replacement doing? His replacement of about 70 million. What is he doing right now? His first touch is so off. He had that second chance. You could, God.
Yes.
It was so bad. But the second half, immediately Bruno came off. Everything was disaster class. Everything was just disaster. And I can say we can now see the impact of players like Mbeumo and Hamad. Kudos to Dalot. He has been good, like 4 or 5 games back. He has been good. But Dogu, there was a ball that I think it was Koa that was it Koa? I don't know. Someone made a shot outside box to Martinez. Martinez pushed the ball, and Dogu was just there.
Yeah, he was just waiting. Yeah.
Dogu was just there. Guy, just attack that ball.
There was another one where
there was another one. He was the one that shots the ball. He was the one that shoots the ball.
Yeah, that one.
The defender blocked the ball. Even defender, after falling, the defender stood up, chased the ball. Dogu was there. Why would you just stand there and be looking at the ball? I don't know where we get all these kind of players. Honestly, they are just not Manchester United kind of player.
Do you think the lack of passion and lack of intensity comes down from the manager, or it's just the players?
I won't actually blame the manager, because this particular game we have no Casemiro. Casemiro has been very good, very, very good this season. This was a chance for Manutd to prove himself to the coach. This was a chance for him. He went on. He's now injured. He got injured yesterday during the training. So we have limited numbers of players. He had to bring in players like Messi, Fletcher to do what against Everton? To do what? We now had. He later had to change the whole thing to 4-4 to 4-3-3, but it was too late. What we expected us to do is that second half, like I said, there was a bridge between the defense and the attack. Let's just keep that draw. Let's just keep that draw and just take that 1 point. But then Euro decided to be the devil in our midst. I had no idea why he, at the beginning of this season, or should I say, when we bought Euro, it was fantastic with his tackles. He used his long legs. You know, he's a top player, so he used his long legs. Like, he was very, exactly, he was very good. But now I understand. I now see why Amorim is dropping him. I really now see why Amorim is dropping him. So this match is, I won't say I expected a win. But then I expected at least 1 point.
Okay, only one clean sheet this season, throughout the whole of this season.
Really?
Yes, just one clean sheet for Manchester United. You guys considered again.
Wow.
You guys, do you think it's down to the absence of Maguire and De Ligt?
Thank you for that. I would say we lack experience in our defense. I would really say we lack experience in our defense. There is no big man. We don't have a big defender in our defense. We don't have someone that can talk to those defenders. We have Euro, Evan, and Shaw. Shaw is a very experienced player. He's a very good player, but he's not that kind of player. Shaw would have been a very good captain, but he's not an outspoken player. He's just the kind of player that will just show himself on the pitch. He's not the kind of player that you will see. We have very few interviews that you will see Shaw. He's a very he's just there. He speaks on the pitch, and that's all. So we don't have experienced player that would talk to those defenders. We have Euro and Heaven. We bought Heaven from Arsenal.
They are both the same age.
We bought Heaven from Arsenal. He had limited first team minutes in Arsenal. We bought him, came right into the first team here. He didn't start any game until I think that Aston Villa. No, I think that Everton game or something. That was his first start this season, and he has been good. He has been good, but we needed. We needed a player that his experience can talk to the defenders. I see reason why Amorim starts Maguire over Euro now. Maguire has been so fantastic recently. He has been, in fact, Maguire is one of the players that I really respected. Maguire,
and he can always come up clutch. You.
exactly, clutches. We need him in this kind of games. All those 9 minutes goals. We needed him in this kind of game. And apart from all those clutches, he has been good in his own position, in his defensive role. He has been good. He has been so good this season. Even last season, we had a lot of clutches. Imagine that Leon game. He has been so good. Yeah. We will if we had the leads, God, imagine having the leads, Maguire and then Shaw. Imagine having those defenders. I know that those defenders wouldn't have made this kind of mistakes. Even if they do make mistakes, it wouldn't be like this. Two times this season, and it was just you and that same Rogers. You know that Rogers is a very fantastic player. You shouldn't have left him just like that. Look at those goals.
Very clean, very sweet goals.
I beg, no call them sweet goals. I beg.
So Bruno Fernandes is out injured. We don't know for how long. So how do you think it will affect the team going forward? Because now you just only have Ugarte. You just only have Ugarte.
There is a good side, a little bit of good side to that Bruno's injury. I don't know how long it's going to take, but now I think Ineos will see that we need midfielders. At least 3. I won't mind, honestly. I won't mind, honestly. Imagine you can't like.
But you are broke now.
Man, you know broke now. It's just that they are just prudent with their spending. Man, you can never be broke. I don't think even this season we are the most. The thing that had the highest revenue this season is Man U.
Wow.
All around the world is Man U. At the point, I think at the 4th or 5th game, we had the record of 688 million euros this season at the 4th or 5th game, just this season. Internal revenue. Now, no, person will enter, we sack everybody, we sack up to like 180 workers. This is what they do now. So I know he knows what they are doing, and Bruno having injury is going to be a lot of weakness for us, but at least there is a good side to it. They will know that we actually really need midfielders. If we can get a player like Anderson from Nottingham Forest or Watson from Crystal Palace and probably Baleba from Brighton. Baleba has been quite off this season, but I believe he still has it in him. Some people are saying probably he's playing off to get his price, his value down, but I feel it's not that way. I don't think any player would just feel you have to down yourself to get another player, to get another team to sign you. It doesn't work like that. It's just off his form. I know he's a very, very good player. He's a player close to Caicedo. Chelsea got the same Caicedo from Brighton. That's what seems like Brighton do. They get the good players, sell them at high prices. I wouldn't mind if. But then Caicedo can't be gotten for like that above 100 player. Right now he's a player of like 65, 70 Caicedo. Kind of player. Yeah, no, I mean Baleba. Okay. I mean Baleba is a player of like 65, 70 kind of player. If you can get Ederson and Watson, you can distribute the abilities of Bruno onto those 3, because I don't think we can get the replacement for Bruno. It's just too good to get one player to replace Bruno. Bruno is just too good for that. It's just too good. So he's going to affect us going into January before the transfer. He's really, really going to affect us. I really hope, even if it is draw, we should get from those games. Because I think our next game is Newcastle. Newcastle just had a very, very good game against Chelsea. Chelsea had a comeback of draw with Newcastle, I think, in their home. So it's going to be very, very hard. We don't know how long the Bruno's injury is going to take. Yeah. But then I hope it doesn't take too long, and at the same time, I really, I really hope Ineos sees it as a window to get midfielders.
All right,
so,
thank you for coming up on the show.
You're welcome.
Best of luck.
You're welcome. Thank you, my brother.